Today, I would like to introduce you to one of the most important characters in the Scriptures. We don't know his name. In the 4th century, the church gave him a name, and they called him Dismas, or Dismos, however you want to pronounce it. I don't know why they didn't just call him Tony. We talk about the good thief. Nowhere in the Scripture does he get a name. But in the 4th century, as I say, they gave him the name Dismas, which in Greek means the dying one or sunset. Today, this very day, millions of hearts are being shattered, tortured. It will happen to people who hear the words, "The tumor is malignant. There's been an accident. I don't love you anymore. The cancer is winning." Oh, the pain. Today, every day, the universe is turned upside down on the head for untold number of God's millions and millions of people, some sitting right here, who are suffering. In Luke's gospel, Jesus says to the thief nailed next to him, "Today." Now we know two things about this thief. He was guilty of thievery, sure, and perhaps much, much more. And that he saw in this innocent individual hanging next to him a ruler and authority completely unlike the one who has held both of them nailed up there in agony. I want you to place yourself at that scene in the Scriptures. It's a wonderful way to read the Scriptures. Put yourself in the living situation. Listen to them, talk to them, emote with them. What a wonderful, wonderful, meaningful way that Luke gives us to read the Scriptures. What an insight of Luke. Listen to the conversation of the crucified one and to the good thief. Don't be afraid. Listen, wonder, question. Because you are nailed to the crosses in many different ways, and if you haven't been nailed, you will be nailed someday to some inexplicable cross. It's part of the human nature, part of our journey. What a moment. Luke, how this moment he captures in the gospel. Imagine a conversation between two men in the very process of dying. Nails through their hands, nails through their feet. Their lungs being crushed by their own weight. And they're talking to each other. They talk about seeing each other in paradise today. They offer each other comfort and hope as life drips out of them. For more insight, If you think you know everything about the crucifixion, Google when you get home. Google Roman crucifixion. You will see, you will notice, you will learn how we in the past 2,000 years have beautified the crucifixion, have distorted the crucifixion. Like the thief on the cross, we often feel crushed at times. I really shouldn't need to say that. You know that. We see little reason to hope at times. We sense our lives so often slipping away. But in the last hour of his life, this thief gives us a lesson. He talks to Jesus and he meets him and realizes that this prophet Jesus will soon rule over the universe. A power the thief could never imagine. And he asks the man in the center, nailed to a cross, he asks him, when you come into your universe, your paradise, the next life, can I be there with you? And the master of the kingdom of compassion, master of mercy and peace, promises him that he will today. The thief was a true thief. He stole heaven at the end of his life. Today. Every day can be a day of hope, of healing, of transformation. Jesus promises the good thief hope, resurrection. Jesus promises all of us the very same thing. But we must listen. We must pay attention. We must, like the good thief, turn our heads, turn our hearts to the Christ. We should at times perhaps borrow a phrase from Dorothy Day, who often said, God is everywhere, immediately accessible, a comforting presence. I can feel any time if I took a moment, opening my heart and become aware of it. She continues, this is a spirituality of deep love, wonder, and easy, intimate contemplation, not the least bit complicated. I have a couple of loved ones in my family now pinned to their crosses. I'm proud of them. Louise, my niece. Hello, Uncle Joe. The pancreatic cancer is winning, but I'll do whatever I can to frustrate it. My faith is persistent. Richie, my nephew, in a wheelchair with MS for 26 years, wrestling with MS. Don't worry about me, Uncle Joe. It's been a long fight, but the Lord is sitting in this wheelchair with me. They are both nailed to the cross of suffering. And like the good thief, this is why I'm so proud of them. Like the good thief, they have turned their head to Christ. also nailed to the same cross that Louise and Peter are nailed to. Oh, why am I talking about this stuff? All of you are well aware of your crosses, your arthritis, your fear, your insecurity, your terminal sickness, the pain of aging, the pain of loneliness, the pain of lack of love, lack of understanding, lack of appreciation. The list is endless, isn't it? But in taking up Christ's work of mercy and reconciliation, in struggling to be the salt of the earth, the light of the world, and becoming the humble and generous foot washers that Christ demanded us to be, we begin to realize Jesus' vision of paradise that not only exists in the future, but now. It's promised, but not yet possessed. Jesus promises us paradise like he did to the good thief. Not just after our deaths, but today. Despite the weight of our own crosses, despite the suffocating fear we bear so often, Christ still enables us to find our place in the kingdom of his Father, where justice and love and painless living will exist. We are people of faith. We are people of hope. We can transform our lives instead of sitting there and complaining like the good thief. We can find meaning in all the frustrations of life and all the stuff that life throws at us. But, my brothers and sisters, we must remain connected. Like that bold, arrogant thief, turning his head and asking for everlasting happiness, the kingdom. Align our pain with his. Master, remember me. Remember me. That insightful thief, so pushy, wasn't he? So straightforward with the one he never met in his life. Remember me. And the last words the thief hears on this side of paradise: yes, today.